So as far as coaching it and cues, basically two phases to every hinge movement, the lowering phase and the lifting phase. The lowering phase, you want to think about a tall spine of steel, bowing over that weight so you're staying engaged in your torso, you're not just scrunching over. You want to think about like pushing a door closed with your hips, but only using your hips, no hands. So how would that feel to push your hips back while bowing over the weight, keeping that spine nice and tall as steel? Another way to think about it is hiding your front pockets as you're leaning forward. So bending around that waist belt area. Also, similar to the squat, you want to be able to still wiggle your toes, keeping pressure on the outsides and the heels of your feet. And ideally, we want the torso to finish parallel to the floor. Again, some athletes are going to be more limited in that. They're only going to be able to get maybe 45 degrees with a good hinge, and that's okay. But overall, the goal is to soon be parallel to the floor with their torso at the bottom of that lowering phase. In the lifting phase, when you're bringing the weight back up, you want to make sure your spine continues to stay tall and tight like steel. Drive the heels through the ground, thrust the hips forward, especially if you're using a barbell. It's great to think about breaking the bar with your hips, driving your hips through the bar, snapping up, standing tall. Another way to think about it is that when you're down in that end lowering position there, hopefully parallel to the ground, if a chain was strapped from your chest to the ground, coming up to break it. You want to overpower gravity in that lifting phase as you're coming up strong.